With notions of manifest destiny and pull factors driving people westward in the mid-19th century, frontier towns started appearing in the Midwestern and Western United States. These frontier communities were full of migrants from all over the United States and immigrants from Europe, a diverse and unique demographic population that gives insight to the push and pull factors of migration, particularly Western migration. One of these frontier communities was a town called Nauvoo in Hancock County, Illinois. This town was home to a religious group of people, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Because this was a religious town, the residents kept records in an effort to organize religious and political affairs. These records provide researchers with a unique opportunity to study the residents of this town and thus learn more about Midwestern frontier communities. Furthermore, this group of people left an additional legacy of migration when they paved the way for other communities and families to head even further west when they traveled to the Rocky Mountains. Since we will be documenting the lives of every resident who lived in Nauvoo from 1839 to 1846, we will be able to obtain statistics and data for the entire town. These statistics can be used to compare and study other Midwestern areas of migration. We will be able to learn about the birth locations for residents of the town, where they eventually settled, and the age and gender demographics for this frontier community. Currently, we have over 80,000 people in our database, and over 13,000 of those were Nauvoo residents. The remainder are additional family members used for identification, even though they themselves were not Nauvoo residents. Of the residents who have been researched, about 7,000 headed west, around 1,600 stayed in the Midwestern or Eastern United States, and 1,767 residents died before migrating. As our number of residents increases and our research progresses, we will be able to obtain more information on the demographics of this town. In addition to our historical interest in Nauvoo, all of our genealogical research is available online at nauvoo.byu.edu for use by descendants of the people being studied. The documents we locate are attached to each person's profile. Documenting the lives of over 10,000 people is not a small task. The researchers who work on this project are a group of family history majors at Brigham Young University who are led by 2 tiers of supervisors and a professor. Over 300 students have worked on this project in the span of 10 years. The large number of workers with a variety of backgrounds and experiences has led to the creation of a research guide that helps to standardize our research and data entry practices. This allows our research to remain clean and consistent. To track this large volume of research, we enter all of our searches into a logging software called Research Ties. After completing the current phase of our research, we upload our logs to Family Search Family Tree. This allows Family Search patrons to see the nil searches we have conducted in addition to the documents that are already attached to the Family Tree profile. We have split our research into 3 phases. We are currently in Phase 1, which is to uniquely identify each resident of Nauvoo with census, death, burial, and migration information. Later phases will focus on additional records that are specific to the town of Nauvoo, such as land records, tax records, religious records, and business records. This research will help descendants of Nauvoo residents and historians of frontier towns to learn more about westward migration and life in frontier societies. Most migrating pioneers did not keep extensive records, so they are difficult to trace. By studying this Mormon pioneer community, where many records were kept, we have the unique opportunity to learn about 19th century migrants and look for patterns with other frontier communities. Thank you for listening to our presentation. We would like to thank the many generous donors who support research at the BYU Center for Family History and Genealogy.